Alright guys, I got the 13th and second last clutch of the season to show you today. Got some really nice odds on this. This was a Superstripe paired to a Pastel Yellowbelly. So we were obviously looking to hit more Pastel Superstripes, Pastel Ivories, and we could also end up with regular Spectres, regular Yellowbellies, and pastel versions of that stuff as well. So let's take a look at what we got here. We'll start out with what I believe to be a Spectre. The reason why I believe this guy to be a Spectre and not a Yellowbelly is because basically he doesn't have enough of those Yellowbelly flames along his sides. So whereas I'm usually confused about whether the animals are Yellowbelly or Spectres, this one I'm fairly certain is a Spectre. Zoom in on him. Really nice looking animal. Some of you who may have a less trained eye may think that this is just a normal, but because we paired a Superstripe to a Pastel Yellowbelly, and a Superstripe acts like a super, meaning it cannot produce normals, it'll either produce Spectres or Yellowbellies, there's no chance that this is a normal. So, to me, this looks definitely like a Spectre. That guy there. The next thing we'll look at here is a nice little ivory. This is a female. I actually didn't sex the Spectre yet. I sexed the other four snakes that I'm going to show you here. So this is an ivory. These are really the only like patternless snakes. Well, I guess the pumas are pretty patternless as well. But these are the only close to white snakes that myself and Joseph have ever produced. We actually have yet to produce a blue-eyed Lucy or a black-eyed Lucy, which is the super fire. But we've produced a ton of ivories, and that's basically because, most of the stuff we work with has Yellowbelly in it. Obviously, we have quite a bit of Yellowbelly females. We have two Pastel Yellowbelly females, one Super Pastel Yellowbelly female that produced the clutch of Pastel Superstripes we saw earlier this season. And we also have the Yellowbelly genetic stripe. So we got a lot of Yellowbelly girls, and we have both a Superstripe male and a Puma male. The last clutch number 14 of the season, is actually the Puma paired to a Pastel Yellowbelly female. One of the eggs died, unfortunately, so we only have 3 eggs, but we're hoping to hit on a Pastel Puma. So the ivories, they're not completely white, obviously, as you could see. A lot of the times they end up having a gray head, not too dissimilar to a Super Mojave. Usually the Super Mojave has a bit of a gray head as well. But what the Super Mojave doesn't usually have is that pale yellow line going down its back, as you can see here. And I find that our ivories tend to have a little bit of a purple hue as well, surrounding that yellow line going down the back. Also, you can see quite a bit of yellow on the face. So that one may actually be a very low expression pastel ivory. I don't think so. And I don't know if that dot is like dirt, or that might just be part of the coloring. I'll take a look at that a little bit later. But yeah, that one may be a low expression pastel ivory. The one I'm about to show you right now is definitely a pastel ivory, and you'll see the difference here. Pretty easy to see that is a pastel ivory for sure. We actually have an adult female pastel ivory. She actually laid a clutch for us this year, but all 4 of the eggs went bad, unfortunately. She was paired to the Puma male, so that's why we only have one Puma clutch that will hopefully go for us. The male might have a bit of issues because those 2 clutches he sired, 4 out of the 7 eggs that were laid ended up dying, so that's kind of weird. But anyways, let's take a look at this guy here. This is a male. That one down there is a female. You can see that the pastel ivory obviously has a lot more yellow to it, and the yellow is a lot bolder too. The stripe is a lot thicker, and you can see this one actually has some really cool stuff happening on the back. The pattern breaks up a couple of times before continuing on down towards the tail. So that is definitely a pastel ivory. And that boy there is actually the biggest in the clutch. And there you can see the pastel ivory next to what I believe is just the regular ivory. Still a very nice snake. And these snakes are like really good to have. Just because they can't produce normals, they'll produce yellow bellies no matter what. So definitely great to have some ivory stuff to pair your asphalts, your gravels, your sparks, your specters, and all the other stuff that interacts with yellow belly in that similar way. It makes it a lot easier to make those super forms, basically, or acts like super forms, I should say, which are the highway, the freeway, the puma, and of course the Superstripe. So got really lucky that we produced 3 pastel Superstripes this year. We didn't produce a single regular pastel. We didn't produce a single regular Superstripe. I'm just blown away by these. And in my previous video, I had said that that last year when we produced a pastel Superstripe, it didn't look anything like this. It was very faded. It was very white. Well, stupid me. I don't know how I got mixed up last year, but that snake that I posted as a pastel Superstripe last year was actually a pastel puma. We sold that as a pastel Superstripe, and Jesus, the snake just fell. We got real lucky. We got real lucky that the client, you know, was okay with the fact that he actually got a pastel puma instead of a pastel Superstripe. He's actually looking to get a pastel Superstripe female from us this year. So, you know, whenever something like that happens where we make an error, and this one wasn't a really big one, I guess. It's not like we sold a we sold the animal as a highway or a freeway, which is much more expensive than the Superstripe or the puma, and it ended up being something different. The puma is actually, I mean, value-wise, a little bit more valuable, a little bit more expensive than a Superstripe, which to me is a little bit ridiculous because I find the pastel Superstripe, all the Superstripe combos, a lot more impressive than the pastel, or I should say the puma combos. But especially pastel. I mean, pastel just really fades the animal quite a bit. Mind you, I find the sparks, the animal that actually makes the puma, to be nicer when combined with other morphs than the specter combined with other morphs. But as for the Superstripe versus the puma, I mean, to me, it's not even close. The Superstripe combos blow the puma combos out of the water. The puma combos are almost like champagne combos. Basically, everything looks faded out. It looks pretty much the same. You may as well, like, this here doesn't look too dissimilar to a pastel puma. So, but yeah, he actually wants to grab a whole bunch of snakes from us this year, so he's obviously a happy customer, and we're going to do right by him because of that error. This is an error that we only figured out, like, this year when I got those pastel Superstripes. I was like, huh? These are completely different than the other animal from the last year. So, that's enough of me rambling, guys. I don't know if I'll post this before or after the CRBE Expo. I say the CRBE Expo, but that's like saying the Expo. Anyways, the CRBE, which is again September 10th and 11th. Really excited to go there. Really excited to meet a couple of you guys. So I'll probably post this video up before I go, just because this video, I'm shooting this video the day after I just shot the video for all the available ball pythons. I still want to post another video this week of the available geckos. Hopefully I'll have a chance to do that because we have a ton of chihuahuas, ton of cresteds, ton of gargoyles that we're going to be bringing with us to CRBE as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give us a follow on Instagram, Safari Reptiles. I'm actually going to post some really nice pictures today of the Superfly Mochi and the Superfly Enchi, as well as the Banana Pastave Fire. So stay tuned for that, and also give us a like on Facebook. We're at about 1,050 likes, at least pretty soon. I think we're at 1,041 at the time I'm shooting this video. Let's get to 2,000, guys. Come on. Almost have 9,000 subs on here. If at least half of you liked our page on Facebook, we'd be at close to 4,500. So, anyways, enough of me rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Really nice looking snakes here, and we got one more clutch, and that's the end of the 2016 ball python season. And actually, that one last clutch is the end of the season completely in terms of snakes. The cave-dwelling rat snakes, I'll shoot an update video of those guys pretty soon, as well as the rhinos as well. Rhinos, I don't believe will be coming with us to the CRB, just because there's only 2 of them that are actually eating right now, and they're eating on fish still. And the cave dwellings, though, they'll definitely be at the CRB with us. I already have 3 that are on frozen, and I didn't even basically try yet. So, like, I didn't even try the other 13 on live yet. So, definitely gonna have a couple of those at the expo. So, stop by, say hi, and if you guys want to see animals, don't hesitate. We'll take some animals out for you guys. We'll let you handle animals. But obviously, if you see us dealing with customers that are like wanting to buy stuff, they'll get priority. But if we're just kind of standing there, just hanging out, come say hi. If you want to see a snake, we'll take a snake out for you so you can take a picture, whatever you want. Anyways, guys, take care and have a nice day. Bye bye.